Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds. I'm Nerdarchy Steve, and today I'm hanging out with these fine nerds. It is quite okay, Robin, because I had you muted. Uh, but we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Delving tonight, some 5e D&D with our illustrious Dungeon Master, Nerdarchy Ted, also kind of our Ringmaster as well for this particular campaign setting. But we have our friends Carlos, Robin, and Bobby all hanging out with us playing, and you can find links to them down in the description. Also, Nerdarchy Ted is going to be running D&D in a campaign for D&D in a castle down in Ohio. If you want to go hang out with Nerdarchy Ted in a castle, you can go down there and check him out. The link is in the description. With that, I'm going to throw it to our GM.
Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Delving. This is a future-based D&D campaign. Our illustrious adventurers, for the most part, have entered into a competition to win fame, glory, and fantastic prizes. Last season, they wound up going through the competition and winning, but they uncovered some plots. They did some dastardly deeds and wound up upsetting somebody and wound up having themselves trapped in some kind of location, some kind of place. They have some speculations. I'm not going to confirm or deny at this point in time, anyway. But they're now trapped in this world. There's only so much space that they can get access to, but they're not here alone. They're here with some other people that have been, well, trapped along with them. There's a small settlement by the name of Castoff. They've met some interesting people and some former contestants. Within this particular place, challenges randomly manifest, and sometimes there's a host, sometimes there's not. With this particular one, the host happens to be, well, or under the guise of a former companion, that of Tabitha, a contestant that went alongside them last season. So with that, I'm going to roll randomly. All right, Carlos, you go ahead and identify who you are, or who you are playing, and what you remember from last session.
Alrighty. What is good, Internet? My name is Carlos Rivera. I run the Volcanic Knight YouTube channel. I'm currently wearing a shirt that you can't see that says Bad Things Happen in Philadelphia. But you want to know something? Bad things will always happen in Dungeons and Delving, especially if you stray too far from Castoff. And we found ourselves in a very particular situation last time where some chatter around the old fire hole was all like, hey, what's up with that mountain? I'm like, hey, I don't think that mountain is particular good news. Through group consensus, we decided, screw it, we're going to explore this mountain. But we were informed we should talk to an individual before doing so. Not well, I'll leave it at that, and I'm gonna pass it off to Nebula.
All right, so We had a week off. I spent that week reinventing the light bulb because I'm a genius and, we really needed lights around here. And so, uh, yeah, we did. We decided we were gonna go see that mountain at one point. I remember being in this weird magical pocket and hearing Tabitha, like actual Tabitha, not the person pretending to be Tabitha, because we now know that that was a fake, telling me that she is there and being contained somewhere. So, we're definitely going to have to go save her. Bobby, take it.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Bobby Partridge, and I'm currently playing Burke and Hefty. Burke is a ranger, Hefty is a Ganchuan. Ganchuans are a Nerdarchy special. You can find it in the mounts thing. And I remember last time.
Fantastical mounts.
Yes, fantastical mounts. I really wanted to say fabulous mounts, and I knew that was wrong, but they are fabulous because Hefty has all of the hair, and it's great. That being said, we were going to this woods, right? And so we needed to, after we decided to go to the mountains, we encountered Sarabella is not the right name, and Seraphina is not the right name, but it was a drow who had a name that was kind of like Seraphina. And she told us to go see a treant in the forest. And so we saw this treant. We found out he used to be a staff of the woodlands, which is like a druid item, and he can't turn back. And he shared with us about what he knew of what was going on and how he was like the first one to be here. Burke shared a little bit about going to his grandmother's house and his grandmother revering this fairy slash woodland goddess of the dawn and the dusk, and talked about how they had to get up super early in order to do like rituals and whatnot. And he left the treant with a little shrine to hopefully give him some hope in the process. And then we left for the woods, intent on going to the mountains, and that's when plot twists happen, which I'll now let Dave tell you about.
All right, well, real quick, the drow is Saranza Shadowclaw, the captain of the stalkers, the group of hunters that go out to kill monsters and hunt for food.
Yeah, and the tree person was Thorn Ironbark.
Yes, I remember that.
The most metal tree name.
Ironically, Saranza, I don't know. I that's why I was thinking Sriracha, I guess.
Sriracha.
She's spicy.
She's spicy.
All right, Dave, who are you playing?
Enzo Belanger. Ballinger? I don't know. Anyway, Enzo is about a human battle master fighter. Also fancies himself a bit of a chef and gourmet. Tried joining a cooking competition, somehow ended up in Dungeons and Delving, and is hanging out with these fine folk in Outcast now, or is it Castaway? Castaway. Outcast is something completely different. Cast off. One of these days, by like episode 12, I'll have it. We also did some foraging for some fruit and spices before we set out to talk to Jeremy Ironbark. We were somewhat successful. Arnold wants to brew up some stuff. I want to have some spices for cooking. You also connected with the herbalist in the village, discuss like how to get these herbs and spices grown locally, homegrown, so we don't have to go out and hunt for them every time, and deal with monsters. I know that Bobby says there was a plot twist at the end, but I don't remember what it was.
The plot twist was that our former companion, wink wink, showed up, and we started playing Double Scare, which is like a version of Double Dare. Ooh.
Oh, right. We were about to get slimed.
Oh, the slimes.
Yeah.
So you guys,
it was a race. I won.
You guys did a race and had a round of pushing your way through the no, it's the wrong thing. That one. You had to race across the surface covered in sliding and moving ooze, and you guys had a little bit of fun with it. Let's see here. where was my? So Dave came in first, having 50 points. Was it Robin or Carlos that crossed the finish line second?
Aye.
That's what I thought. And we were getting ready to move on to round two, and that's where we will pick up. So as soon as the last person crosses the finish line, you find yourself standing back at the the podiums with your little name on it, and you can see adjusted below your little name placard the points listed for you, and those of you who have some points feel slightly invigorated, and Tabitha kind of floating on her little cloud-like platform that she always seems to be doing, is saying, "Oh, congratulations, you guys have gotten through the first of 3 challenges, but we're not out of it yet. Uh, you're not out of it yet. All you need to do is continue and see who our winner is going to be, who's ready for the next round."
I don't think anyone in our group raises our hands. Like, you're like, eh?
Well, now, I mean, you can sit here and delay as much as
Bring
you
it
like,
on, imposter.
Ooh.
but without enthusiasm, we can just sit here and move to some other things if you like.
I'll show
Or
you
you can
enthusiasm.
or you can join the revelry and enjoy the next challenge, if you will.
I quickly like huddle with the group real fast. Hey, what if we make it in such a way where we all end up on the same points? We all can't be losers, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I mean, we're all already losers being in this area, but I don't think we'll lose.
That's it might be a winning strategy, or at least it'll piss her off anyway. It off, whatever. Let's piss somebody
Yeah.
off.
So somebody make a perception check for me.
Okay, well, how does a 19 sound?
19 sounds great. So as you finish your conspiratorial conversation, you kind of look to the side and you watch as one of these little hover drones kind of like floats away from you guys. Clearly whatever you guys were just chatting about was recorded, and they've got the footage. Whether that's what went out on air at the time, who knows, but it's out there.
That's
you
fine.
know that it was seen.
I'm gonna entertain
All right.
Tabitha.
All right, so for this next challenge, it's still an individual competition, but I need you guys paired up. Do you want to choose, or shall I?
Burke will choose Enzo because he's in last and Enzo's in first. So that way everything evens out.
That's smart.
All right.
And I picked Nebula.
So Burke and Enzo, and Arnold and Nebula. And she escorts you out to the center again. The race completely gone. There's no ooze there, but there are platforms that not platforms, but like larger pedestals that come up to about chest height for each of you. With this particular competition, we're talking about boozed and oozed. We get to see some, well, shall we say, more interesting elements. Your goals, plain and simple. And she swings her sword, and literal targets manifest upon each of your torsos. Simple 3 rounds. Take a swig and throw a shot. And you, as she says that, a stein and a globule of ooze appears on each of the 4 pedestals. Enzo, Burke, you are paired against each other, so you will drink your shots or drink your drinks and throw at your designated target. Arnold, Nebula, the same applies for you. In this round, every time that you manage to hit your target, you score the points. Every time you miss, no points for you.
Oh dear.
I go first. With the team
All right.
of Arnold and Nebula.
All right. So Arnold, you take your swig. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Holy moly! Okay. Oh wait, I'm actually proficient at these. That's nice. Roll like garbage. No, 11.
An 11. All right. So you have disadvantage on your throw. Back to the right thing.
Okay.
So you, whatever you just drank does not agree with you, and you can feel yourself, nauseous and getting ready to vomit. So go ahead and give me a ranged attack roll at disadvantage.
What if? So I could do that. What if I purposely miss?
You want to not hit Nebula?
Exactly. So I'm like, make it look like I am aiming, but it's like, shit, I just can't. Damn. So I was
All
like,
right.
oh.
So you throw wide, and in your throw, cover your shoes in whatever you last consumed.
Not my alcohol. No.
Nebula, your throw or your drink
All
and
right.
throw.
I'm gonna draw on some of that old pop star energy. I pick up my shot. I'm gonna throw it back. I'm going to say woo like a woo girl. And I rolled a 9.
Okay. Are you also trying to do a fake throw, or are you gonna
Yeah,
actually try and hit?
I hold back and then I start to throw and then I throw it directly into the ground and I say oops.
If you drink more of my moonshine, you'll have a stronger gut for the drink.
And you too are covering your shoes and what you last consumed. All right.
I headbang while I'm doing it.
Okay. So we're all intentionally missing. So Burke is going to throw the drink at Enzo and then put the shot glass in his mouth and then spit it out and go, oops, I got it backwards.
So you're gonna throw the drink and
Yeah.
drink the ooze?
No. Oh, you're drinking. Oh, you're. It's an ooze we're throwing out.
There's a stein of some kind of alcohol, and then there is a globule of ooze.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So in that case, you know what? I will. I'll still go for it. Let's see how this goes. Because
Okay. All right. So you throw the alcohol. Are you trying to miss, Dave or Enzo?
Yeah.
All right. So the stein, clatters and shatters across the floor. And then as you put the ooze in your mouth, you're consuming it. I figure that's gonna be different. Wow, the dice were nice to you. That is 9 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt when it comes out.
Enzo, what is your action here?
I will Drink the booze.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
How do you feel about a 25?
You feel just fine.
How's
I'm
it
certain you
taste?
had something stronger to drink this morning.
How does it taste?
It's not bad.
I'll give a quick review of the flavors and the the uh, the liquor that's involved, and I'll begin kind of like juggling the ooze, and then at the end of my juggle, I will throw it up and try to booty bop it uh, at Burke.
All right. So are you trying to hit the target or are you trying to miss the target?
I'm gonna leave it to the dice. Just gonna leave it to the dice and see what happens.
All right. So give me an acrobatics or performance check. Your call as to
Okay.
your. I'm gonna play around with the ooze for fun.
Performance. I'm slightly better at acrobatics.
All right, go for it.
How do you feel about a 23?
23. It is impressive, and the illusory audience, they seem to be getting into it and chanting your name as you kind of roll and swirl the ooze around as it juggles. And give me an attack roll,
So is
range
it
attack.
okay? I'm gonna impose disadvantage on myself since I'm booty bopping it.
Okay,
That's a 12.
that is a 12. So that hits the DC just barely.
What?
So uh, it's what I've got here. So
My ass is too powerful. This game.
uh, all right. So Tabitha kind of, looks over what's going on. Is like, well, a rather unimpressive round. Only one managed to land a shot. So as the acid strikes Burke, you take 8 points of acid damage
Oh, ow.
from Enzo's throw. Well, now we move on to hopefully a more exciting aspect here, and the sword spins in the air, and on the pedestal is another stein of alcohol and another thing of ooze. And she looks to we started off with Arnold, so she looks back to Arnold. I hope we have a more impressive chance here that than a, shall we say, a fake attempt. There might have to be consequences if you aren't going to try.
Fake attempts,
Hey,
madam.
Arnold.
Your alcohol stronger than the moonshot I make.
Hey, Arnold. How about a little ooze in the eye?
No. I mean, the alcohol is too strong. I must obtain the repacy. As he kind of feigns being drunk.
All right. Well, do you take your drink?
Sure, I'll take a drink. I mean, he's
All
still
right.
like a brewer. He must.
All right.
Yeah.
He's still an alcoholic.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's a nat 20, my guy. 25 total.
All right. So this one is certainly stronger. There was something about the last one that you couldn't stomach. Maybe the extra stuff you were just not into, and your stomach was like, nope, it's not gonna agree. This one, no problems.
So, if you can describe situation and I guess objects and flings around me.
Uh, so you guys are in a room with all of these challenges. You seem to have that, that like glass black floor. You've got 4 pedestals, each that come up to your chest height. On them are the steins and the globules, little green spheres of ooze that you seem to be able to handle, but once you throw it, it acts more like a liquid than a solid. Um, a good 50, 60 feet away from where you guys are in the middle are these raised platforms with what you guys gather is an illusory audience that seem to be, reacting, jibing to whatever it is that you are doing. And then kind of floating up ahead, up above you guys looking down is Tabitha on her, little nimbus cloud, if you will.
All right. I want a sleight of hand as I pick up this shot or whatever, like almost like when I throw, I want to use my fingers to kind of like back push it to kind of like flop. I want to use sleight of hand to do that. Arno
All right,
refuses
and
to throw things at people. In cast off, you learn to trust the person that sleeps in the
right.
next bunk.
So are you looking to just miss with it but look like you're attempting?
Yes.
Okay, so give me your sleight of hand.
That's going to be 24 total.
Okay. Then give me your attack roll to see how close of a miss you're able to get.
All right. So for now, this is the thing, man. I get a plus 11 on like
Uh-huh.
everything I do, so I know for a fact my attack roll is going to be chunky. So that's going to be 18.
All right, 18. So you managed to get it to like just kind of just narrowly miss Nebula's shoulder, and it just kind of like flies over, much to the oohs and ahs of the illusory crowd. And Nebula looks a little cross, but then sorry, Tabitha looks a little cross as she looks to Nebula.
I tried. It's your turn, Nebula.
All
I'm sorry,
right,
that was,
so
the DM should have said that.
first the Constitution throw.
Yep, you as long as you're taking the drink.
Yeah, I'm being theatrical about it. 19.
19. So similar to your buddy over there. The whatever the first one was, disagree with you. This one is, again, it's a stronger alcohol, but you managed to down it without a problem. So you get that swig and go.
Yep, I sure do. What's the roll?
Now depends on what you are doing with your globule of ooze. uh Arnold decided to play a little bit of games with it to have it miss you. Are you going to try and strike Arnold? Are you going to
No,
do
I'm not
something
trying
else?
to strike Arnold. I'm going to
So
also try to miss. Can I
Arnold
just
gives
drop
the
it?
one question, if you don't mind me asking. Does
Mhm.
Arnold notice that Tabitha's being noticeably upsetty spaghetti about things?
Yeah, I mean, she's not hiding. I mean, she is, she's hosting this show, and this show is supposed to be about people trying to win, and
I
right
so
now it doesn't look like people are trying to win.
so literally Arnold gives a nod to Nebula like, if you need to, it's fine. I can take it. I have a
I no,
second
I'm
wind.
gonna shake my head and I am going to be incredibly defiant here because if I am going to be like a mega bitch, then I'm gonna be a mega bitch and I'm going to drop it on the ground and just give her
All
a
right, so
look.
so do you just do this
Mhm.
and drop it?
Oh, I sure do.
So she comes down, like not directly, you know, at you, but like down to your level. Now, defiance. has to be punished. And she just gives you a look, and
Okay.
you watch, all of you watch as several of these globules drop from above and land directly on you, Nebula.
Okay. How much damage do I take?
Let's roll it up. Well, 3 of the dice said, you need to be punished, and the other 3 said, I like you. So that is 19 points of acid damage.
Oh,
Now, let that be a lesson to the rest of you. Play the game. And she floats, back up. Burke.
Okay. Burke is gonna like kind of do a little wiggle and be like, all right, I got it this time. And he's gonna try to exactly mimic what Enzo did, knowing full well that he's very bad at that.
All right, so take your drink and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 13.
13. All right, so this alcohol is a bit strong. You've probably had better, but there's something about it that maybe you drank it too quickly. Maybe you're not eating enough here, but it certainly got you, at least for the moment. And so what are you attempting to do with your globule?
Juggle it.
You want to juggle it? You want to jiggle it and juggle it and booty bop it?
Yes.
All right, give me an acrobatics roll.
Oh, it's acrobatics. Okay.
Well, you're juggling it, so.
Oh no, I got a 15. Do I have disadvantage?
All right, so no, this part isn't with disadvantage. Your attack roll is going to be at disadvantage, so.
Okay.
Make a ranged attack.
Okay. 2 dice, roll them. Take the worst one. That is a 5 plus. Am I using strength for this or dex?
Dexterity.
Okay, so 7. It's not. I'm not proficient with it, I presume.
Yeah, you would add your proficiency.
Okay.
You're throwing something, so.
So 9.
9 total.
9 total.
So.
Wait, I
so
like 11 total. 11 total.
Okay. Well, 11 is still lower than the DC for this round. So you wind up missing, and while you don't seem to get any punishment, there is definitely a glare sent your way from up above as she looks to Enzo.
And he'll just like shrug and be like, "It was showmanship. It got me."
So, taking my swig. Uh, 23 on the save.
All right. The alcohol does not seem to be having an effect. This one has more of a bite, was less fruity, but not a problem for you to handle.
So, where are the cameras at?
They are floating up above.
So I will kind of like make a show of it to like performing for the cameras, spin to throw at Burke, and then whatever camera angle is like getting the other side of him, I will throw it at the camera.
You're gonna throw it at the camera. All right, make an attack roll for me.
23.
23 is gonna hit. So the acid splatters across, and you watch as the the camera kind of like floats and begins to like move with jerking motions as it kind of slowly comes down to the floor.
Oh, Tabitha, how many points is that?
Well, hadn't considered that you were going to be so rude. Otherwise, we might be taking away points, since you are currently in the lead. But it still is defiant, and you see what happens to defiance. And globules fall from up ahead, and I'm dropping dice.
No. Save
Ooh.
the tea. Save the tea.
Holy crap. All of these dice don't like you. That is a total of 33 points of acid damage, sir.
All right.
I will never be able to drop dice. The D6s like that again, dear Lord.
Wow. Alrighty.
So, are we going to do as we're supposed to do for this final round? Or
Well, if you were truly Tabitha's, you would know better. You would know the answer to that question.
We'll see.
If I
she
may,
spins her sword, and
if I may, make,
oh, go ahead, Ann. Go ahead, Arnold.
if I may make a suggestion, I mean, come on, you're in the business of making business, putting on a good show. This isn't a show people want to see. What a couple of old wash-up has-beens, wannabes, and everything in between throw slime at each other.
Well, you might be washed up, but
Can I throw the slime
these
at him?
ones are not.
Ah, maybe.
Do you want to just skip this, leave the points as they are, and move to the finale?
Maybe.
You don't really seem to be all that interested.
I was like, reach back towards my shotgun, like, ugh. I don't know, like, I mean, what do you guys say? Skip to the finale? As I turn around and ask the group. Don't all speak at once.
You mean this isn't the finale?
No, she's implying.
No, I told you that there were 3 challenges. This is only the second.
No, it's not. We had to wade through acid slime, and then there were the knives, and then we were throwing slime at each other.
There were no knives here.
No, that was a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was mistaken.
That's why we skip to the finale, make things a little bit more interesting.
So, she looks down and says, "So be it." She spins her sword yet again. Now, each of you find yourselves alone in a room. Everything is very much the same. You've got, the glass black walls, glass black ceiling. In the center of the room appears to be, some kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? For lack of a better word, like a jungle gym, some climbing apparatus with, bars and metal structure of varying heights and degrees. There's some handholds, but everything inside it is covered in, everything in it is just the same green ooze that you've been seeing everywhere. From down here, every so often, maybe every 20 or 30 feet up, you can see a handful of dark shapes, not moving, but spherical in nature within the ooze itself. Tabitha appears before all of you, telling you, well, in order to get out, all you need to do is retrieve the 3 orbs and place them atop the the pedestal at the top of the apparatus. Shouldn't be all that hard. What do you think?
Alrighty.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. So you described that like a jungle gym per se, right?
Yeah, like you've got the metal or wooden bars, all designed to be climbed upon, and the further up it goes, it seems to be further and further apart between where you would be able to grab on. At first, it's easy; you could just kind of like reach and climb, but as you get higher up,
Out of curiosity, is this
clearly
like
going
American
to be
Ninja?
work.
Yes.
Yes,
Like American. Okay.
American
So,
Ninja Warrior combined with physical challenges from Double Dare. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Oh, so this is like an obstacle course from American Ninja Warrior, but where there's slime instead of water.
Yeah,
Okay, this makes sense to me.
but as opposed to the water being underneath, the water is the ooze is within. So you have to reach into the ooze to pull out these orbs and carry the orbs up to the top of this thing and put the 3 orbs on the pedestal.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So can I try a thing?
What would you like to try?
I just want to like try produce flame and see if magic works yet.
Magic works.
Okay. I will cast jump on myself then.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll go for it.
All right. So to keep this in order, why don't everybody roll initiative so that we can kind of give everybody their action and see where everybody is.
God damn.
15.
Oh my gosh, I got a natural 20 for 22.
Right.
Now that's my good roll for the night.
15 for Nebula.
I got a natural 6 for 7.
A set. Don't you have a decent dex?
No, I'm not that kind of.
Oh, you throw with strength?
I do.
So I wrote a 23, but I think a natural 20 supersedes in the initiative rolls.
I don't know if
believe
there is
so.
natural 20s for initiative.
Natural 20s go first, natural 1s always goes last.
I look at the number. So 23 is first. Arnold, what are you doing?
I have a idea. I cast jump on myself as well.
All right. So you cast jump as your action. Do you begin? Thank you. Do you begin going going up?
Yeah, let's reverse the obstacle course.
All right. So let me ask this question. Do any of you have a climb speed?
No.
All right. Just verifying.
Let me look.
I mean, I know I don't.
I have like 3 characters I'm playing with climb speed. This is not one of them.
Okay. All right. That would definitely make this game far less fun for me. All right. So Arnold begins to climb.
Oh, wait, I lied. I do have a climb speed because I'm a ranger. I have climbing and swimming speed.
Climbing and swimming speed. Dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, I took a lot of the Tasha's stuff for rangers.
Sure. All right. Well, you you started off in last place, so we'll see what transpires here. So what do you do with your turn, Burke?
I'm going to take the orb and do the climbing, jumping bit up the obstacle course.
Well, you can't get to the orb until like you're 30 feet up.
Oh, okay. I'll get 30 feet up, take the orb, and then go 5 more feet.
All right. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, that was almost an 8, and it turned into a 16 plus 2 for 18.
All right. So you take 5 points of acid damage as you plunge your hand into the goo. And now go ahead and give me a d20.
D20, just a standard D20 roll.
Yep, roll a d20 for me.
Okay, 15.
All right. So what does Burke think about cats?
What does Burke think about cats? Oh, they're warm and cuddly, and they're very adorable, and they don't get along very well with the Ganchuans, which is a point against them, but otherwise they're very nice.
All right. Give me a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay. 19.
19. So as you're kind of easily climbing up this apparatus, you reach out and you grab this orb, and you got a hold of it. Burns a little bit on your hand pulling it out, but as you grab hold and pull it from its gelatinous container, you look around and you see swarming up this apparatus a swarm of cats.
Oh,
And they are not like, oh, come pet me, cuddle me, feed me. It's you're going to be dinner.
oh, that's less nice. Um, can I use animal handling to help with that at all?
You have used your action and your move.
Okay.
Nebula, what do you do?
All right. Okay. So, can I in any way reach what's going on over there, or
Over where?
We're
Where,
in separate areas. We don't know where.
okay,
it's
so we
going
are
on.
like,
You-
we can't even tell what's going on with the other players then.
Correct. You have no knowledge of where your allies are, what they're doing. You were just told get to the top and you can get out.
All right, I guess I start climbing.
Okay. Do you let's see, do you do movement as your move and action? Do you dash?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
I'm also putting on a show while I'm doing this because I want to create this thing where if what she's asking me to do is hurt my friends, I'm not gonna do it and I'll be boring, but I'm gonna be really interesting if she doesn't.
Okay, so you're trying to make this look good, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm training her like a dog.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nebula
Um,
just sort of like takes the driver's seat and she's a little bit of a sociopath.
All right, so you get up far enough that you can see the orb, but you're kind of out of anything that you can do. And that's the next round. You can try and grab it.
Great.
Burke, you're sorry, Enzo, you're up.
I will climb up 30 feet.
All right, so same as Nebula. All right, back to the top, Arnold.
All right, so how far did I make it up?
Because you used your action to cast jump, you only had the ability to kind of move, so you're 15 feet up.
Okay.
So you could move another 15 feet and then grab the orb if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Going up 15 feet and attempting to grab the orb.
All right. So first things first, Constitution saving throw.
Ready? It's gonna be 22.
22. So that is going to be 5 points of acid damage. And roll for me a d20.
Good. All right, I'll use my physical dice for this one. Oh shit, no. All right, well that went somewhere. I'm not getting that tonight. 7.
7. So what does Arnold feel about snakes?
Huh. Interesting question considering he's been in the zoo. Uh he sees them as scaly, kind of slimy. Kind of like, hey, I respect you. Don't like the whole cold-blooded thing, but hey, as long as you help me make my shipments, I'm more than happy to, work with you.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Alrighty. I don't roll this with advantage, but I rolled good enough. 19, baby.
All right, so very similar to what I described uh for Burke. You see as you pull this orb out of the ooze, a veritable sea of snakes, various sizes, different levels of, shall we say, lethality in their venom, as they kind of begin easily coiling around this apparatus and begin moving in your direction.
Oh no. Um, Inquiry. Does
Sure.
grabbing the orb count as interact with an object?
No, pushing your way into the ooze and pulling it out is the action.
The whole action.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I have 15 feet left, so
You do not. You
said-
climbed, so it
yeah, you
takes.
said 15. Oh, I see.
You
Yeah,
climbed.
it's rough terrain, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that ends my turn.
All right, Burke. You have incoming cats,
Okay.
and you have an orb in your hand.
Do I think I could jump past them? With jump
If
on.
you wanted to jump off the apparatus, sure, but they are currently climbing up towards you.
So so they're like not in my path to what I'm going to.
No, they came from the ground and are moving up towards you.
Okay. I will continue making my way up then, and all the while he's shouting, "I'm not against you, and I just smell like one."
All right, so do you stash the orb somewhere?
I presume so. I presume I put it in my bag.
Okay. All right, so you put it in your bag and you climb another 30 feet up.
And is there an obstacle at 30, or can I go more?
So you need to make an athletics check to kind of get up.
Okay. I do have a
Here's where it
climbing
becomes
speed of 35, if that helps.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You just have a climb speed. You don't have to make any checks whatsoever.
Okay, cool. So yeah.
So you can get to where the second orb is.
Mm-hmm. Can I use my action to get it?
Do you do the same thing?
I presume I just use my action to get it. Like, I'm just trying to play the game to do the best, because last time I was trying to be clever and it didn't really work in my favor.
All right, so you plunge your hand in. Give me that Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's an 8 + 2 for 10. That's not great, Jan.
Ooh. That's not gonna do it. So that's gonna be 14 points of acid damage.
14 points of acid damage. Ooh, that hurts.
Give me a D20 roll.
D20 roll. Roll the D20. I got a natural 20. Nice. Of course, I wasted it on that instead of on
a natural 20.
That's probably bad for me and good for you, is my guess.
So what does Burke feel about being unlucky? What do you feel about the number 13?
I don't think he has a particular thought on the number 13. He probably, I don't know, I've never thought about it in terms of luck. I suppose lately he's thought that he's kind of unlucky just because all these things are happening. Maybe in the back of his mind, more what would resonate is, am I contributing to the problems and not the solutions
Mm.
to what's going
So,
on with my friends and being stuck here? And did I do something wrong?
all right. So give me a wisdom saving throw.
Dirty 20.
All right. So you don't have any manifestations of what this orb does as you kind of pull it out, but you think for a moment about all the things that have happened. These moments where you made a decision, you made a choice, and is it leading to the right things? Again, as you pointed out, are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? And you begin to second guess the things that you've done in not only the recent past, but over the course of your life. You know, Heck, could you have found another way to save the farm? I mean, after all, you're here. Who knows what's going on back at home? You didn't have any chance to send the money. You don't know.
Yeah, that's going to hit him hard.
Nebula, what are you doing?
I'm grabbing the orb and continuing upward.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not good at these. You know what? I have a point of inspiration.
Gonna reroll?
Yeah, that wasn't much better. 11.
Oh, nope. Well, the dice weren't too mean to you. It was only 9. And give me a D20 roll.
Had to find it on D&D Beyond. Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20. All right. So we've
Why
already seen
this?
20. We've already
Want me to
seen
go
20.
again?
So no, I'm just gonna slide. So with your hand pulling out of the ooze, you're clutching this orb. You feel everything being sluggish in your movement, and you can't put your finger on it, and then you realize you're underwater and you can't breathe. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Don't like that. 11.
All right. So what is Nebula's feelings on drowning?
Instant freaking panic.
All right. So you are in panic mode. So the first thing that happens is you're going to wind up falling 10 feet, down. Give me athletics or acrobatics, your choice, to try and grab on.
30, 20.
Dirty 20. So you managed to grab a hold, but you still have this feeling, this panic within you. Keep better notes here. Right. So you still have 15 feet of, climb should you wish to try.
No, I'm going. Like, I am panicking and trying to get out of the water.
All right. Enzo, you are 30 feet up. You are at the first orb. Do you wish to try and grab it?
It is in a blob of acid or ooze,
Yeah,
like
it's
we've been
the
seeing.
entire center of this jungle gym is
Okay.
all coated in acid.
Okay, so I kind of set myself up on the bars so I can kind of position myself, like locking my
Hmm.
feet in, like rummage through my bag, and I pull out a colander, a metal colander, as well as a long handled ladle, and I will scoop
Okay,
the orb out of the acid with my ladle, so I don't have to touch it. And I've had enough
sure.
experience with acid already to know I do not like it. And I will drop it into my colander, and kind of like sift away the acid before I put it in my sack.
All right. So you reach out and you know pluck it to be able to put it into your sack. First off, let's give me a D20 roll.
All right. D20 roll. How do we feel about a 20?
Another 20?
Yeah.
Damn, we're rolling like hot
That's three
chicks
natural
tonight.
20s this round. What the flip? Um,
Yeah, but I suspect this is a waste of a natural 20.
It knows we're rolling
yeah,
about something
it is.
stupid.
Yeah, I don't really like this one here. Um, so what we're gonna do is while you are still holding on, you get the sensation as if the ground is dropping away from you. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm falling up. Nice. Wisdom, huh? It's not really my jam.
Yep. Sorry, man.
It's a 16.
It's a 16. So you have the sensation of falling. Uh, how does Enzo feel about that?
Whee!
Not a problem, or
Uh, I don't think so. I think he's okay with it.
all right. So you managed to shake off the the problem. Uh,
Plus, he just kind of realized this place is fucking with them, so he's kind of leaning into it.
sure. Uh, all right. So you got 15 feet of movement. Do you start climbing?
I do.
All
How
right.
many? How many
So
orbs are there?
there are a total of 3 orbs.
I just hang my
So
colander and
far.
my ladle off my belt because I am going to need them again.
Sure. So at this point in time, Arnold is 30 feet up and has gotten the first orb. Burke is 60 feet up and has gotten the second orb. Nebula is 35 feet up, has the first orb, and Enzo is 45 feet up and has the first orb.
Putting the orb in my bag is an interactive object, right?
Yes.
So I just stash it away so I can use both arms and whatnot. As a bonus action, I'm gonna use the magic initiate spell that I took, Shield of Faith. Use it. So while I have concentration, I get a +2 to AC for the duration.
Okay.
So AC is at 20 at the
All right. Well,
moment.
so far, nothing seems to be attacking you.
Well, no, but you said snakes are coming around, and so Arnold
Okay.
sees that happening. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So is that your action to cast that?
New bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay.
So for my
Medic.
action, I'm gonna dash.
Okay. So
And,
you're gonna climb up and try to get another 30 feet up.
Yes, sir.
Another
Yes, sir.
15,
Yes, sir.
30 feet. All right. So you've gotten to where the second orb is, but you have not grabbed it yet.
Not yet.
All right.
The end's turn.
Burke.
Quick question: am I 60 or 70 feet up?
I have you at 60.
35.
Oh, 70 feet up.
Secondly, though, you gave me a nasty thing last time. So Burke is probably, I'm thinking, going to waste his action just thinking about being a burden to everybody.
Okay.
Like just that kind of like, like anybody who'd be watching him would just like see him like staring blankly, kind of at the ground, but not really. And
So are you
then
doing nothing this round at all, or do you move
no,
still?
for his action, he's not doing anything. And then he kind of like shakes it off. He's like, I am not going to be useless. And then he's going to start climbing.
All right. So that gets you to 90 feet up. You could go further, but the orb is right there.
Yeah, well, I've used my action, so I'm just going to be
Correct.
at the orb.
All right. Nebula.
Dashing through the show. Hey,
All right.
all right.
So you get up to the 60 feet, but takes the the movement and the action to get there because
Okay.
you fell.
Yeah.
Enzo. Charging to the second orb.
I am.
60 feet up. Repeating your process of using the colander.
I am.
All right. So give me a D20 roll.
All right. It's something fun. A 2.
All right. So you envision, the moment that you get out of here. You've got, you typically like to make little things to give to your allies because it bolsters them, whether it's from a hey, I really know what I'm doing standpoint, or this is really tasty. You don't really know how the magic works, but you know the magic works. So you start thinking about, well, what are you going to make next? And you can't remember a single recipe.
Oh no.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a natural 1.
All right. So you have the second orb, but you begin falling. Give me a either acrobatics or athletics. Your choice.
We'll go with acrobatics. How's a 27 sound?
27 is great. You only fall 10 feet. Um, you kind of, well, I would say doesn't matter because you can't see them. So there's no correspondence as to, where you are in relation to them, but you manage to grab hold and, it's sore on your arm, but you've got the 2 orbs and you're not out of it yet.
Okay, he's just there kind of like tucks himself back into the bars like he did earlier to grab stuff, but this time he's just like kind of like huddled and shaking and just like beside himself trying to remember recipes
Sure.
and considering
Arnold.
jumping.
Arnold, you are up, sir.
Yes.
You are at the second orb.
So action, pick it up. Con save.
All right. Give me a con save.
18.
18. So you will take half of. Oh, wow. So that is going to be 8 points of damage to you, sir.
Okay. I gotta make another con
D20 roll?
save. No, I gotta make a con save.
For your concentration. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I passed. It's just something. Like
Okay.
I literally, I
Sure. Yeah.
rolled.
You needed a 10. You
Yeah.
needed a 10. So give me a D20 roll.
That I'll use regular dice. 3.
3. So you're 60 feet up. And as you kind of grab this orb, you're one hand on top of this. And as you go to put the orb into your bag, you look down and it's not 60 feet, it's like 600 feet that
Oh,
you see between
fuck.
you and the ground. And you see, you get this sensation of vertigo as you kind of like grab on. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm ready. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they ain't doing it, buddy. I know that. I know they ain't doing it.
What do you got?
Grand total now is 17.
Okay, so 17 will pass. Um, you manage to, shake off, this vertigo, this, issue with heights. But what does Arnold normally feel in regards to, being up high and something like this?
I mean, he's a gift. Being on ships is, his bread and butter. Um,
Sure.
uh, but he's normally in ships when he's high up, not just,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, you've got mobile ground when you're on a ship. It's very different than, feeling like there's nothing below you. Uh, so do you shake off, whatever this is, and do you begin climbing?
Yes, I do begin climbing. 15 feet up.
Yep. All right. Any bonus actions to do?
I was looking that up, and I don't have anything that would be useful right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So Burke, you are at the third orb.
He will just reach in and grab it.
All right. So
I'm ready for whatever my mind.
Constitution saving throw.
Not much else can be worse than making him feel useless. 14.
14. All right. That is not going to succeed.
Is there a chance I
So
can use absorb elements on this?
it is acid damage, so you absolutely can.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
All right. So it is 10 acid damage. So you would resist that to half, correct?
Uh-huh.
Or do you just resist a certain amount?
You resist it, just like
Okay. All right. So then you would take 5
as damage in the next melee attack you do.
Okay. So you would take 5 acid damage.
Okay. So I take 5
And
damage.
yep.
And then I just got the rest of it here in my palms.
So as you pull the last orb out, this one feels cold to the touch, and you feel the chill kind of like crawl up to your elbow. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, that first one's pretty good. So 17 is my disadvantage.
Wow, impressive. So
I took resilience, so I have proficiency in wisdom.
Sure. Good call here. So as you grab this orb and pull it out, the sensation runs up your arm. And you've been doing this climb, and you're freaking amazing with what you've done so far. And you've still got these lingering thoughts of, have I made the right decisions? Am I being a help, or am I being a part of the problem? But you're determined to succeed. And in that moment of hesitation, you happen to just look down. And at the bottom of this, apparatus, you see, unmoving and clearly dead, Nebula, Arnold, Tabitha, Enzo, Hefty. How do you shake that image out of your mind?
That's a good question. I don't know that he does, to be honest. Like, you said they're at the bottom of this whole thing?
Yeah, they from what you can see, 90 feet below you. Oh, clearly expired. No, there is no way and I'm not going to get into extremely graphic. I'll allow your imagination to take over.
Mhm.
But from here,
That's
there
probably
is
worse.
no way possible that they would be alive.
Am I aware that these things have been messing with my mind up to this point? Or is
I
or is
mean,
this something that I'm wondering if it actually came from in me?
it's I will leave that choice up to you. Whether you want to make an intelligence roll, whether you want to make a wisdom saving throw, whether you want to do as Robin would do and make a bonobo roll, or whether you just want to choose. There are enough. There's enough out there to give you that agency.
Okay. I'll make a wisdom saving throw because I feel like that makes the most sense.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled badly. I got a 10.
All
So
right. So what is your interpretation then?
the orb that's in his hand, I don't know if it's possible to do. With the acid damage that he's absorbed and is going to put back into something in his next melee attack, can he destroy it or damage it?
I mean, you can attempt to do so, but you also know that in order to get out of here, you've got to put the 3 orbs at the top of this thing.
Uh-huh. So, then the next question I have relates to when I cast jump on myself. So when you have jump on you, it increases your jump distance. Does it also increase how far you can fall without taking damage?
I mean, I would allow that, but you are 90 feet up. So I mean, even if like even if you wanted me to be generous and say like, you can jump 20, which is incredibly far, that's still 7d6 falling damage if you're looking to just leap from here.
Yeah. So he's definitely smart enough to know that this is something he wants to heal them is the thing. He wants to get to where he can heal them. Um, so the first thing he'd probably be thinking is how did Hefty get out of his orb? Is there a way I can tell if Hefty's in the orb?
Would you even think about checking that
I
if
don't
you
know.
see Hefty down there?
I think not given the circumstance. So he would
So,
actually try to.
so I would tell you, you passed your saving throw. So, like, what you do here is entirely based off of, your agency.
Mhm.
Um, you know, but I'm also not going to take away if you want to do something stupid, crazy, ridiculous, or,
Yeah.
story driven.
I'm trying to think of exactly what he would do.
Do you want a moment to think and we'll go on?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
All right. So we're on a pause with you. Let me note that. Nebula. You are at 60 feet. You've got your first orb. Are you
All right,
gonna reach in and grab the second?
Yep.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw. What do you
8.
got? 8?
Hmm.
Dice are not being your friend. So that is going to be 9 points of acid damage. How we looking?
I'm debating healing myself, but the last time we were in a thing, they were like, don't use spells. So I'm kind of nervous to do that, and I'm gonna wait a little longer.
Sure. So you reach in, you grab the thing, you pull it out. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, not a yeah. A D20 roll and a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that saving throw is gonna be a 2
Okay.
and an 8 on the D20.
An 8 on the D20. So as you pull out this orb, it appears there's like stuff on it. And at first you think like, okay, well, there's just some of the ooze. You've seen a lot of this green ooze, but this isn't green. If you look down, oh, it's not just one. This orb is covered in slugs. And as
Oh,
you as you look down, it's not just the orb. They're like crawling all over the arm that you plunged the into the ooze.
oh my God, I'm like ripping them off of me and like having the, oh God, it's a bug reaction. Like if it were a bug, I would be much calmer than this. But now slugs, I can't deal with slugs.
All right. So would you say that, well, no, no, you failed the saving throw. So your turn stops as you're interacting with these
It's,
things.
it's
Burke, do
like
you have a
they
thought yet, or do
know.
I what's up? Were you talking to us, Robin?
Yes, it's like they know. It's like they know exactly what's going to get under my skin the most. That's my aside. Like when we go to the room with the camera and we're like talking to it, that's it. Go on.
Okay. All right. uh Burke, do you know what you're doing yet?
Yes.
All right.
So, he wants to cast Ganchuan's Grace on himself, which is actually Cat's Grace, but all of it is
Right.
Ganchuan's.
Right.
And then he's going to drop 20 feet at a time to everybody else after throwing down the orbs and shouting, Tabitha, this isn't fun. This isn't laughter. This isn't good. This isn't a game. And he's going to take all of the orbs in his pack and throw them and then just start jumping down to everybody else. Like he wants
All
to
right.
break them, but do that.
Sure. All right. So give me 3 acrobatics checks as you drop and try and grab on.
I am not trained in this.
If you want to use athletics, that's fine as well.
Oh, so my first one I rolled 18 plus 2 for dirty 20. Then I'm gonna roll
Okay.
athletics. Dirty 20 again, 15 plus 5. And 17 for the last one, 12 plus 5.
All right. So you've dropped 60 feet, without taking any damage. So you're now 30 feet up. And that ends your turn. Enzo, you are 50 feet up and you've got the second orb. What are you doing?
I'm gonna keep climbing.
All right. So you can get to 80. Any bonus actions you want to use?
I'm afraid I don't have anything I can really do.
All right. Arnold.
Ready.
All right. You're at
So-
75 with a second orb. You could get to the third orb if you so desired.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move 15, grab the orb, make a con save.
What do you got?
24.
24. That'll be half. So half will be 5 points of damage.
Alrighty.
This is third orb.
I think I want to use a bonus action now to cast
Okay.
Wind.
Okay.
Because I'm not exactly there yet, but I'm like, I don't want to use spells unless I need to use spells. Shit. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 12 points of healing.
Okay.
I rolled pretty bad on the.
So go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, at disadvantage as you grab your third orb.
Hey, Buck, no whammies! Oh, shit, that's 1, my guy.
So as you grab this orb and pull it out, you don't see yourself in this, arena. You don't see yourself, on this climbing apparatus. The bars that you see that you've been climbing bend and twist and you see yourself yet again in your enclosure.
Ah, fuck.
You look around and your stuff's gone. You know, the experiments that, were done to make you like the other GIF. No, you're back to what it was when you were at the zoo. And there's less of you now than there was when. Were you trying to do something about taking over the zoo? You don't remember. What were your friends' names again?
So, damn it, it's right there. I can't.
So, Burke, what are you doing?
Dropping the rest of the way down. Like he has tears just pouring from his eyes at this point.
Sure.
And he'll just like look at him like, no, this is not right. Okay, who do I
All right.
who do I even save?
The important thing is, who do you go to first?
He's just freezing up a little bit. He's like, Nebula heals, Nebula, and he'll go to Nebula. And then he starts scrambling back over to Enzo. He's like, the diamond. I need the diamond. I have to revive her. And so he reaches for Enzo's bag where he had the jewels, and he's trying to grab as many diamonds as he might find to try to revive her. No. And he starts crying and hitting on the floor. And he's like, I don't know. This isn't funny, Tabitha. This isn't funny. It's not funny anymore. It was not fun. It's not nice. I don't like being here. And he just sobs.
Are you okay? Checking in?
Yes, I'm good. That was acting.
Yeah, that was like the best meltdown I've ever seen in a D&D game.
Hey, we're messing with fears tonight, so I gotta make sure, especially as we get into these, triggering kind of moments. I gotta always make sure, I'm touching base with my players. Nebula, what are you doing? You're 60 feet up. You've got your second orb. You can
Am I
make it
still
to the third level strength.
drowning?
You still feel it. But you want to try and shake it off? Give me another wisdom saving throw.
12. I have +0 to this, Ted. You met Nebula. What in her behavior has never made you think that she can pass a wisdom saving throw?
Hey, I came up with the name Double Scare. Scare represents fear. Fear means wisdom saving throws. I don't plan the mechanics. This is just the game.
Okay, so I am basically just like doing this and trying to climb at the same time.
Because it's based off of Double Dare.
I attempt to pull for confidence, control, composure, like the anthem of the stage, so that I can just go, because I'm sure I've been afraid on stage before, but I hate it. I hate it.
All right, so do you go 15 feet up and freeze, or do you go 30 feet up and stay?
I go 30 feet up and stay.
All right. Any bonus actions?
Let me check and see what they are. No, I don't trust you not to hurt me if I try to heal myself. I end my turn with a face down trap card.
Well, I will let you know that other people have used spells. There's been jump and shield of faith and whatever have you, and
okay. Well,
nothing bad has happened with them.
In that case, I'm curing myself. I'm cure woundsing me. I need it.
Cure wounds is an action.
Oh,
and you use your action to move.
Oh, you're right. But I do have healing word, and that is a bonus.
If you have healing word, you can use that one.
I do have healing word because I wanted to be able to do it from far away.
Enzo, you're 80 feet up and you got your second orb. 10 feet of movement will get you to your third orb.
All right, repeating the process.
All right.
Slow and steady,
So,
slow and steady.
So you reach in with your little colander trick. You pull out the last orb, and as you grab it, just like the others, you can feel the cold reaching up your forearm all the way to your elbow. And I need a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Alrighty. Basically just a straight dart. Huh. Well, it's a 2 or a 7, so either way, it's the same.
So, you're struggling with the fact that you can't recall your recipes. I mean, heck, even the first things that you learned when you were younger, when you first started your love of cooking, what was that?
So I think probably like baking cookies.
Okay. So you're struggling to, like, all right, basics,
So
foundations,
I'm like I'm misremembering, like I'm picturing doing it. I got the bowl upside down, cracking the eggs and like throwing the eggshells on top of the bowl and chucking the inside of the egg, and like
So
flour's
you
going everywhere, and then I'm putting salt in it for some reason, pepper.
so as you try to think back to this first memory, like, all right, let's get back to the foundations. What does your instructors say? And you remember, like, oh, okay, as things are cooking, you gotta smell it. You gotta taste it so that you know that it's right. So you take a whiff and you get nothing. You open your mouth and, like, even knowing that, like, taste has a secondary smell to it. As people have tasted both good and bad things, on the air. You don't have those senses anymore. You can't remember recipes. You can't smell. You can't taste.
But I can remember my cooking instructor screaming at me how terrible I am and how I messed this up. And are you really going to serve that to a person? Basically, just anything with Gordon Ramsay. That's what he.
Insert Gordon Ramsay, into the scene. But you've got your third orb, and you're kind of all kinds of terrified.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take it and cry.
Arnold, you're stuck in a cage. What are you doing?
Do I need to make a wisdom save?
Well, you tell me. What are you doing?
I mean, Arnold's a spellcaster. He would know
Mhm.
that, hey, these orbs are having effect on him. Every time he
Sure.
touched one, something has happened. You
Yes.
know, and he's an artificer. He can tell left to right. He would know there's a way to get out of this illusion, if you will. Um, I take where I would normally carry my crossbow and shoot myself in the foot. Even though I don't see anything on me, maybe
All
hurting
right.
myself will break this genjutsu.
Okay. Going with that logic, is intelligence saving throw better than wisdom for you?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw.
Gonna be a 21.
That'll be a 21. So you manage to break out of this. Now, we had you at 90 feet up, and you're attempting to jockey yourself around to shoot yourself in the foot with your crossbow. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. Oh shit, yes, thank you. Yo, I was holding my goddamn breath, man. Like, so literally the dice, you know how it shoots in a corner and doesn't move too
Mhm.
well? So
Mhm.
literally it was like 19-1, and I'm like, ah shit, here it comes. Then I'm like, oh yes! Long story short, 24. I almost lost my freaking
All right.
breath. Like,
So, you never actually reached and pulled out your crossbow, but you've got the orb in one hand, and you managed to grab on before before you teetered off the the 90-foot apparatus. But you have your turn, and you've got 15 foot up, and it's a pedestal.
I still have my action, right?
Yeah, you still have your full turn.
Action to dash. Let's get the fuck out of here.
So you climb up, and boom, boom, boom. You put the orbs on. Sorry, note taking. You put the orbs on, and you find yourself, back at your little pedestal with the name placard, and you watch as the numbers on the screen in front of you roll from 30 up to 80.
Oh man, we're competing against you. And Zardo looks at it, he's like, God damn it. We're competing against each other again. I explicitly said not to do this.
You're breathing heavy. You've got the wounds from the acid, and Tabitha floating above you, giving you a little golf clap.
You are by far the absolute worst.
Well, thank you. How do you feel?
I fire a musket at her.
She laughs as it just kind of deflects off of some kind of barrier between you.
So, as I look around and I see no one else is around, and I'm the washed up one, is that right?
Well,
I've been surviving here for 2 years.
Yes, well, you were the one who said that you were old and washed up, and I just was saying that the other three are not has-beens, they're celebrities. Those at home want to know what's going on with our little friends.
Your genjutsu doesn't work on me. Sorry, Naruto reference. Well, hopefully you
Who
find
knows?
more entertaining shows.
Oh, there are still plenty more to draw from. But Arnold, since you were the first to get to the top, and she pulls up 3 screens, and you can see,
oh shit.
you don't see what Burke is crying over, but you can see that he is utterly distraught. You can see Enzo like kind of got an elbow cruxed into the apparatus, and like he's clearly distraught about something himself, while Nebula looks to be climbing, and she has a look of terror on her face, and like while her chest is rising and falling, it's like she's gulping for air that's not there.
Is so.
I'll give you the choice since you were first. You can claim the prize. You currently have the most points. Looks to see that, Enzo has got 60 points. If he gets up next, if he gets the third orb up top, he'll take the prize from you. But if you take them out, you will win and you'll end their suffering. What do you do?
If a winner is declared, the game ends.
Indeed.
Looks like I won then. So which level of Avernus am I Arnold getting sent to next?
So, in whatever position you envision your characters in, each of the other three appears behind your pedestal. Your points unchanged from the previous round. Enzo being the only one to score any points in the second round. Two of you are clearly distraught. I imagine Nebula, free from the constraints of drowning, slugs, takes a gasping breath. Well, apparently that is all for this episode of Double Scare. Our winner, with her giant sword floating in front of her, she gestures to Arnold, and a black cloth bag falls onto the pedestal in front of you. Small bag, like, could hold, maybe, a small handful of coins. Less than what.
Knowing Tabitha is probably several children fingers or some shit like that. Like this is all Arnold knows of this person so far. Everyone around him was like, "Oh no, she's great." It's like I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
So she turns and looks away from the lot of you towards, one of these floating drones. Offers up a departing word, and as she does with everything else, her sword slices through the air, and you watch as the four of you fall to the ground, collapsed back to the moment that you had seen Tabitha appear. All of the effects of what you just went through still present on your body, the injuries, the expended, magical energy, but she appears gone.
So I opened the little pouch. I'm assuming there's coin in there.
There is a single spherical black object.
I was hoping for. So literally, in his heart of hearts, Arnold was hoping for coin because it's metal, and he was gonna give it to Nebula. Be like, "Hey, use it for your sciencey shit." But in my heart of hearts, that's what I was hoping for. I'm like, coin.
Well, there was several pouches of coins that were in the orbs that they got at the very first session as part of their prize packages.
Okay. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. I examined this spherical object.
You're not sure if it's uh, like some kind of gem or what, but it looks could be obsidian, could be something precious. For all you know, it could just be uh, just a smooth, polished stone that's perfectly spherical.
You know the way you say that, man. Like I'm imagining almost like using it as like one of those you know how you use tennis balls to get out knots
Oh yeah.
in your neck?
Hmm.
Kind of how the same way. I'm thinking Arnold might use it like that. But it's the equivalent as Tony Stark using the Captain America shield as like a leveler, you know? um, I inquire, Nebula, you're
Yes,
more adept in the arts than I am, but what do you make of this?
Single
I take a look.
single Benoit ball.
So what are you doing to examine it?
I am just gonna like pick it up and eyeball it.
Um, so with general intelligence, oh, you can tell that it's most likely a precious to semi-precious stone. Um, there's nothing blatantly obvious just from looking if it has any kind of magical properties. It's going to take either some kind of extensive study or spell work to see if it has any such things.
I explain that.
Okay. Artificers prepare their spells, right?
I do believe so.
Oh, well then I can just learn to identify when I wake up in the morning. Uh, I don't have it now, clearly, but you know,
I
maybe.
just verify with your spell casting ability as to whether or not you can change out spells um, that way.
Yeah, checking the preparing and casting show.
All right. So what are the
Yeah,
lot of you doing?
I prepare a spell list exactly.
Well, that was annoying.
Oh, by the way, that also wasn't Tabitha.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. And then I explain what I saw.
Burke is just still kneeling, like staring at the ground.
You all right,
Like
buddy? What's going on?
I uh I let you guys down and you died.
Oh no, we're still pretty much alive.
Burke's still on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold just walks over. Get up. Get up. Danger's around the corner. You're gonna be here wallowing.
I don't know. I don't want to be the reason that you guys stumble and fall.
Uh, Burke, if I stumble and fall, it's gonna be my own damn fault. I get choices. I have agency. You don't really have any control over whether or not I do some dumb shit.
Listen, maybe empathy is something I've lost in regards of like in regards to feeling sorry for oneself, but what I can't say 2 years out here is this. You take it, you eat it, you make it a part of you. I don't know what you experienced, and I'm not going to begin to surmise. I'm pretty sure everyone here has lost someone, something, somewhere, at some time, but we're here now, breathing. If you want it to be that way, you got to get to safety.
You're right.
This place is not a vacation spot.
No, I realized that. I thought it was. I wasn't taking any of this very seriously. I will now, though. And he'll call Hefty out of his Pokeball, not Pokeball, and just kind of like hug him.
Mm.
I'm sorry, buddy. I haven't been
His,
doing it for any of you.
his big shaggy form, arrives, and as he does often, he just kind of tries to bury you in his bulk.
Yeah, he's just gonna like basically like bury himself as much as he can in the fur.
So are you
Arnold
guys
doesn't-
short resting, long resting, traveling? What's the plan?
I think maybe a quick short rest is in order.
Agreed.
Arnold doesn't say much beyond what he said originally, but seeing you get your, I don't know, second wind, if you will, he just puts his hand on your shoulder like, good job.
That place sucked, and I
So-
hate this faux Tabitha.
So, what does everybody do during their short rest? Are there conversations that are had, or are people trying to digest what has happened?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be more on the quieter side.
Enzo's probably like cooking and muttering to himself, just reciting recipes the whole time, like nursery rhymes.
Burke is gonna actually say something to everybody. He's gonna kind of walk to where roughly the middle is of everyone and kind of sit down on whatever log or stone or whatever there is. He's gonna be like, I need to apologize to all of you. When we came here, I wasn't excited about leaving. I thought it's a new wilderness adventure. It's like, it's like the dungeon here, and we're going to overcome all the bad guys, and it's going to be great, and we're going to have fun along the way. And there was log cabins, and I felt really useful with all my different things I can do with nature and magic. And I wasn't trying to leave. I was trying to have fun. And that was selfish. And now we're in danger from a fake Tabitha, and I wasn't doing my best, and I owe you my best.
I don't think that the fact that you took joy in something means that you were doing less than your best.
Yeah, I concur.
I need to admit as well, even here, we take joy in the little things we can. That's not a crime.
I'm still
You
going
guys
to.
have this. Go ahead.
No, he just said, I'm still going to do better. I'm going to really try to help us find a solution to get out of here.
Of course, we all are doing better all the time. That's what leveling up is for. Void.
Arnold says nothing to that and just whittles, and he's like, I've been here for 2 years, guys. I don't know, but like he's whittles. You guys know he's more focused on staying alive than anything else. But
So as
So
everybody goes back into their more contemplative moments, Nebula, you hear a whispered voice, as if like the person talking is like standing like right behind you, whispering into your ear. And you yet again hear Tabitha's voice say, well, the folks at home didn't get to see your fun. And as you go to like turn around, now the orb just kind of like falls into your lap. So this, 6-8 inch spherical object kind of lands, and there's no way that you don't catch it. And you feel the icy cold kind of crawl up your arms. And your vision takes you back to your home. You've left all of this crazy wilderness, all of your dungeons and delving and what have you. And as you stroll down the street, not a single person seems to have a clue who you are.
Huh. So like this is anonymity kind of way. Like,
Yep.
huh. You know, I kind of like this. That has given me a lot to think about.
And eventually your rests, come to a conclusion. I imagine by now, Enzo is whipped up probably a couple of batches of, wonderful things. You steel yourself together and you begin heading off in the direction.
Real quick, anyone
Yep,
that
go ahead.
spent
Yep.
hit dice, you get an extra die 8 food. Or it's just an extra die 8 if you spend hit dice.
And as you begin walking, Arnold, you've seen this before. You saw it when the 3 companions that are now with you, the sky opens up and you watch as a form plummets about 50 feet in front of you. The gold blonde hair and pale skin, face. Probably not overly familiar, but familiar to 3 of you. Of an Aasimar that you once conversed with during the show. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
All right. Well,
so thanks for watching. Feel free to check us out next week to see who this Aasimar is and how our companions deal with whatever trouble comes next.
Or swing by Friday night.
I was going to get there. Check out the links in the description below to follow all of these wonderful people, to join me at the castle, and join Carlos, Robin, and myself on Friday night for another 5th edition game, this time of the Old Guard, as we continue on Robin's Da Vinci Punk style game, which is an absolute blast. And until next time,
Stay
nerdy.
Stay nerdy.